This is my setup. Now, it is good, but I have some problems with it. My first issue is the lack of desk space. My desk is so small that when I'm playing games, my mouse actually ends up off the side of it. My second issue is that I hit my head off my slanted roof a lot, and that can get really annoying. This room needs quite a bit of work if I want to get it looking anywhere near as good as my old setup. So we wasted no time and got that furniture ripped out as quickly as possible. Okay, so the point we're at now is I've completely emptied the room of all of the furniture. What we've got to start doing is prepping the window to be painted. So I've just taken off all the old fixings that were holding up all of the old blinds. But I'm going to start sanding this right down until it's completely flat. The last homeowner decided to put polystyrene all over the wall. You can kind of see here it's got a little bit juicy and moldy. So we're going to be taking all this polystyrene off and hopefully it should be a nice smooth wall underneath. What I also want to do is want to get these shelves painted all white and just choose a nice colour, maybe an accent, like a dark blue or something to go at the back here. This is going to be good fun. I then spent the next 2 days putting the first coats of paint on the woodwork. We have a new status update. I've essentially been using this scraper very carefully on the walls to kind of pry off the polystyrene stuff. It is quite satisfying to do. I've not done the final coat on the window yet, so I'll get that done today and I'll get all of this scraped off. Because the guy who's coming to do the walls is coming in 2 days, so I really need to speed up with this and get this whole place basically empty and ready for him to go. Hey again guys, progress update. All the walls have finally been stripped. All the wallpaper is off and now it is nice and smooth. Today I'm going to work on the window here, get all of this top coat on. Right now it's only on its undercoat and this horrible light is still there. I cannot wait until that gets done. The wallpaper guy is coming tomorrow and he's going to put lining paper all over these. So then they'll be ready to be painted with emulsion tomorrow. We got these shelves all done nice and white. This area is looking good, filled in with silicone, some of the gaps that were here, so it's looking good. All the woodwork now is completely done, so these have all of its top coats on. Same with the skirting boards and the back of the door. Hopefully, by the time I moved in, it's all done. I'm gonna have a shelf up here that will come out as far as this wall for storage. The next morning, the decorator came and got the lining paper up on the walls. Very exciting. So the lining paper's up now, the room is looking way better. You can see, this is kind of what it was before, that horrible creamy colour, and now it's this nice kind of lighter colour. So we're going to get this, wait for this to dry, and then we're going to paint it. The room now has the carpets in, and it feels so much better. The walls have now been painted the correct colour, and I really like it. It makes the white woodwork really stand out. I've now got my shelves fully painted with their nice navy accent. I think it looks super nice. The room is now at the stage that I can start actually moving things in. Here is some progress in terms of the move. It's going quite well. This is the current state of the room. We've got my bed moved in. It's looking nice. The white stands out against kind of the Egyptian cotton, as it's called, walls really well. And then I've got my little bedside table here tucked in next to my pretty large desk. So this bit here is 2 meters and I think this one here is just over 1. This will be my main gaming space here. So I'm gonna have my monitors here, my computer there. And I'm going to have my productivity, as it's called, kind of just my workspace for when I've got schoolwork or whatever else. I'll do that in that little corner there to not get distracted. And I've moved some things into this shelf here and I'm thinking it's looking really nice. I've got my pops up the top, some nice fake plants here. And today I've got arriving some RGB strips. So I'm going to put those strips on the inside of the skirting right the way around and they'll hopefully shine through onto that and make it look great. That has my PC on now. It's not looking bad. But let me just fill you in on the story of the desk here. Someone was selling nearby me for £50 and I thought that was a pretty solid deal because all the stuff is from IKEA and it's all pretty solid. I think this is their lab cabin and it's got 5 of the Adils or legs, one of the drawers, and then this thing which is meant to hold a computer, right? But I'm no pleb, I don't store my PC on the floor, so I'm gonna keep mine in the desk. But the dilemma that I'm coming across is I want my camera to be in the corner here, right? But I really want everyone to see the shelf, but it'll just see the back of my PC. So I need to figure out what way I can put it to make it look good. I don't know. Right, I've settled on a location. So I think the best place for the computer is in the corner here. So there's a couple reasons I think this. First, it leaves kind of the whole PC space clear, which is a plus. Second, I can fit my camera on my arm here and it can kind of jut out slightly. So my angle can kind of be one similar to this. Obviously, my walls are going to be decorated and it'll look nicer. The exhaust is quite close to the window, so that means if I've got my window open a little bit, the heat should just go straight out and not heat up the room all too much, because that's one thing I found when I was upstairs was that the computer heated up the room so easily because it had kind of slanted roofs. The heat just kind of went, whoa, and the room was boiling before I knew it. So if this can exhaust the heat straight out the window, that would be optimal. Okay, so this is day 9 of progress, and here's what we've got done so far. So this is what this area is looking like now. I managed to get the LEDs installed around here, so that's really good. I got my Las Vegas and my Star Wars things put up, and then this is how the setup is looking at the moment. So you can see the desk setup is working quite nicely. The reason the PC isn't further back is because the DisplayPort cable for my monitor is really pretty tight, so I've bought like a 4-meter one, so it should be able to go right the way back into the corner. Kinda happy with how it's looking so far.
It's now day 10 and I felt that this wall looked a little bit empty. So I bought a pegboard from IKEA. I mean, you see these everywhere in setups, but I thought they looked really cool. Rather than buying IKEA's default pegboard peggy board parts, I decided to 3D print my own. I designed them in 2D CAD and they worked out really well. I then spent the next few weeks filling up the empty spaces on my walls and just giving the room a bit more personality. I am now happy to say that after months of work, my room is finally complete.